Hi, welcome to this video on AQA GCSE Business 12 markers. This is the final video in the series. This video will also include an example of a 12-mark question and answer. Do check out the free resources I have for you in the description box. And also in the description box you will find the link to the formula sheet, which covers all the formulas that you need to know for both paper 1 and 2. These videos may also be of importance to you. I will put the link to them in the description box. Now onto our 12 marker, which tends to have the command word evaluate. So just a little bit of information about the 12 marker. You'll find one 12 mark question in both papers. So one in paper 1 and one in paper 2. It's important that you read the case study and the question well, and your answer revolves around it. You will be assessed on AO1 knowledge and understanding, AO2 application, and AO3 analysis and evaluation. Your answer should link to the case study throughout. It would be good if you could use the wording in the question as well, such as biggest impact. Now the question will ask you to consider the biggest impact, typically. Ensure you do this and it should be fully justified. You need to apply knowledge and understanding to the context and successfully draw together several functional areas of business. When it comes to the functional areas of business, we're talking about human resources, operations, marketing and sales, and finance. So there should be some link there, and drawing them all together is important as well. Include definitions, and that's a way to show your knowledge and understanding. However, at times with these type of questions, these 12-mark questions, it's not that easy to be able to identify a direct term that you need to define. But you'll see a bit later on in the example how I do so. With 12-mark questions, you're typically given options and you need to analyze them and evaluate them and then choose your option. You should focus on one option at a time and then evaluate it, and do not stray away from the question. At the very end, you should have not just a conclusion, but a justified conclusion. And within that conclusion, it should include the area which has been impacted on the most. Just a reminder to like, share, and subscribe, as I do post regularly. So here is our 12-mark question. We will look at the case study shortly. STC wants to increase customer loyalty and is considering two options to achieve this. Option 1, introduce live chat to the website to improve customer service. Or option 2, introduce a recycling scheme to improve the ethical behavior of the business. Analyze the effect of each of these two options on STC. Fast fashion has received some bad press recently. Prices of these items are so low that they encourage customers to buy clothes often and throw them away. People are not encouraged by fast fashion businesses to think about how this affects the environment. Customers are not returning as frequently as Eve would like. STC needs repeat customers so that it can sell a large number of products at low prices. Market research has indicated that some clothing items do not fit well. It also shows that customers are becoming more aware of the impact their repeat purchases have on the environment. Eve is considering two options. Option 1, introduce live chat to the website. A team of 2 employees would be available from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day to give advice on a wide range of issues. Give advice on the size and fit of the clothing before customers make the purchase. Explain in more detail the shape and style of the clothing. Recommend items which could be worn with the clothing being discussed. Or option 2, introduce a recycling scheme. A prepaid postage bag would be sent with all repeat purchases. Customers can use this to return old STC clothing free of charge. One supplier has agreed to recycle the material that has been returned in the production of new clothing. Customers would receive a 10% discount voucher off their next purchase for every 2 items of old clothing they send in. So you now need to analyze the effect of each of these two options on STC and evaluate which of these two options will have the biggest impact on customer loyalty for STC. You can pause the video now if you'd like to attempt this question. So what we will do is we have 3 paragraphs. Our first paragraph is where we will analyze and evaluate the introduction of the live chat to the website. Second paragraph, we will analyze and evaluate the introduction of a recycling scheme. And finally, we will have our conclusion, our justified conclusion, where we choose an option and we justify it. And you will see other points as well that will be included in the conclusion. Our first paragraph. And we're going to bring in our definition to start off with, and we're going to define e-commerce in relation to option 1. E-commerce is the buying and selling of goods and services online. The live chat will provide good customer engagement when customers are in a process of purchasing clothing items. The live chat agents will offer advice on the fit of clothing, which will lead to customers having assurance that the clothes that they are buying are right for them. This should result in a higher number of clothing items being purchased, which impact on the marketing functional area as the sales of clothing would increase. This would overall lead to an increase in satisfaction and customer loyalty. However, STC may need to do further research into the fit of clothing to be able to offer the live chat service. It could be design faults and not sizing guides causing the problem. On to our second paragraph. Ethics are moral principles that govern behaviour. STC offering a prepaid postage bag with repeat purchases would encourage customers to recycle clothing, which means that there would be an increase of the reuse of material in the manufacturing of new clothes. This means that customers can be confident that they are reducing their impact on the environment by returning old STC clothing for recycling. Moreover, as this is available for repeat purchases and a 10% discount is offered, this would help solve the issues of customers not returning and increase customer loyalty. Furthermore, recycling can improve STC's reputation as an ethical business. On the other hand, the cost of the postage and the discount being offered could be more than the sales that are generated. This means that there are increased costs, which would impact on the finances of the business. Now on to our conclusion. Now within the first sentence of your conclusion, I would strongly recommend that you choose your option. So whether that's option 1 or option 2, choose your option. But within your justified conclusion, because you need to justify why you chose that option, you must also state why you haven't chosen the other option. Let's take a look at an example. Overall, option 2, a live chat to the website, would have the biggest impact on STC. This is because if an exchange or refund is needed, then the live chat will make the process more efficient and improve customer satisfaction. This can be an important part of customer service and should encourage customers to be more loyal to the business. This option would impact on the operations function the most, as additional clothes would need to be made and increased quality control would be needed. Choosing option 1 may mean that STC would need to increase the prices of their clothing to cover increased costs, which may deter potential customers from making purchases and decrease customer loyalty. The success of option 2 depends on how skilled the live chat agents are at giving sizing advice. STC would therefore need to ensure that HR has implemented effective training and that there is close monitoring of the processes to ensure customer needs are being met during the live sessions. The next 2 videos on this screen are what YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you for watching.